Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nerds from the Sean. She says we're here in Cudahy, California. Epic Pro Wrestling just ended better each day, too. I'm here with, after all these years, walking weapon Josh Alexander. It's been since IWL days.
What year was that? Do you remember?
Like 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
When I talked with Ethan and got you guys to go face the Young Bucks in a steel cage.
No, it was the year before.
Oh,
the
yeah.
First time we wrestled.
First time,
so it was like
2012.
2012.
2012.
12 years ago, man.
12 years ago, we got you
Still
back.
kicking in this business.
Yeah, looking lean and mean, man.
Thank you. Yeah. The higher you get, the more competition there is, the more of a bodybuilder you need to become. You know.
And tonight you face Royce Isley, one of the top guys here in SoCal.
Yeah, very good, very strong, very big. I'm a little sore. I wish this was in a hot tub so I could relax, but
You're always
instead,
welcome in the hot tub.
We're in the hot California air instead.
And how is it wrestling in a hot venue and being like the semi-main event as the heat keeps building up here?
I mean, it's difficult, but I've been doing this for 19 years, so I'm used to some hot buildings. At least like I'm not changing in a horse stall and walking out for a field or something crazy. So.
How is the heat in Canada? How hot does it get in Canada? People always know it for the cold. How hot does it get in the Canadian heat waves?
I mean, right now in the summer, like June through August, it'll be the same as here. Like we use centigrade.
Centigrade.
You know, like the rest of the world other than America, but it's like 30, 35 degrees, which is like what, 100 degrees here or something like that. But like it's people say like California's a dry heat, but I came here and I'm dying, so I don't know. Yeah.
Even making your name for yourself in the rebranded TNA. Tell us how it is to wrestle under those letters now. It's not Impact Wrestling, it's TNA now.
It's a dream come true, man. Like Impact was cool because it was a subsidiary of TNA. Like I grew up a TNA kid watching like Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Loki. I've said it so many times, you know, but I gotta reiterate and repeat this stuff. Like that's the stuff that made me think I could become a wrestler. And then to go to Impact and like cut my teeth in this business on like a global stage, and then to become TNA and be the representative, like first main event of the TNA Impact show against Will Ospreay and stuff like that. It's just snowballed to this point where like I'm so like happy and honored to be known as like one of the faces of TNA, man.
Me and my sister was filming. We're there. You and Ospreay had two great matches, and I was there for the second one. How was wrestling Ospreay, and is he definitely one of the best in the world?
No, undoubtedly. Like he's good. No, I can't say he's good. He's excellent at literally every aspect of this game, be it grappling, you know, power moves, the aerial stuff. Like he checks every box, and he's charismatic as all hell. You know what I mean? So it's pretty unfair when you go up against someone like that because like it just raises the bar for where I have to like ascend to. And you know, we met in that match and everything came together. Luckily, we had like amazing chemistry, and I think we put on a show that like nobody's gonna forget.
Which match do you prefer better, the first or the second?
Second one.
Second one?
First one, I tore my lat the night before at BFG, and I got cleared by the doctors the next morning, and it hurt like hell. I could barely use my left arm. We got through the first match, and I thought it went extremely well. But then the second one, I was healed up, I was ready to go, and like just the feeling in that building in Vegas, like you were there. Like,
yeah, it was great.
People were so hyped for TNA, and like Will and me both, TNA kids, hyped for TNA. We just wanted to go ahead and put on a historic show. And like, you know, I don't know how people feel about star ratings, but that's the highest rated match in company history, which is insane to me because like I don't think anything stacks up against like Daniel Styles and Joe at a break.
Oh yeah, that's one of the best matches. It's read in my mind. Think about that. And how has it been in the locker room, guys like Nick Nemeth? And how has he been added to the locker room?
I mean, you're talking about one of the best in the world. I mean, he was in WWE for like 19 years, so he's never really experienced wrestling outside of it. Just to see him come here to TNA and New Japan and AAA and do all this stuff around the world, like the shackles are off now. He's not just tied to one company. He's out there doing everything he wants to do, and he's doing this because he loves it. Like he's made all the money in the world. He could retire and sit at home with his feet up, but he loves wrestling, man. And like just like everybody in the TNA locker room, we all have a passion for this, and I think that's why like the groups come together and put on such amazing shows all the time.
And why should people watch TNA? Why should they subscribe to the TNA Plus?
I mean, you should subscribe to TNA Plus because there's like 22 years of amazing footage and a library of every wrestler that you love. I don't care like if you're a WWE fan, an AEW fan, TNA fan, New Japan fan. Guys have come through TNA at one point or another. I don't care. You can name John Moxley, CM Punk, AJ Styles, like the list goes on. Everybody's come through there to either come back from a different company and like rebrand themselves and like show that they're capable of more, like Christian Cage, never a main eventer until he showed up in TNA and won that championship. And he went back and became a champion in WWE, you know what I mean? And now doing great stuff in AEW. One of the greatest of all time. But like, and then there's people like me who like was regarded as being good for so long and all this stuff, but never got my chance. And TNA gave me that chance. And it's the same thing for guys like Chris Bay, Ace Austin. You know, it's the land of opportunity. That's what I call it. So that's why you should watch TNA. You have hungry people, be it coming from a different company with all the success in the world that want to rebrand themselves, or you have up and coming people that want to make a name for themselves, and we're just so hungry, and like it raises the bar every match. You know what I mean? So it is just a crazy atmosphere to be in.
We got to touch on the TNA NXT crossover. How crazy is that to see TNA guys in NXT now?
I mean, it's pretty crazy. I would have picked like anybody but Joe Hendry because I don't really enjoy him whatsoever. But
I know you pinned him, eliminated him, and the internet got mad.
That's because it should have been me, and they can get mad all they want. That man is a meme and a sports entertainer at best. I'm a professional wrestler and probably one of the best in the world. So
I agree, man.
Yeah.
Who do you want to see cross over to NXT? And who do you got your eyes on NXT?
I mean, other than me?
Yeah, who do you got your eyes on NXT?
I mean, I should just go beat up my old partner and take that championship, man. I have the pedigree of being the longest reigning TNA champion of all time. I think I could go in there and take that NXT title, but you know, there's a ton of guys. I would love to wrestle Wesley, formerly, you know, Dez.
Okay.
You know, that was just somebody that came up in TNA. We had tag matches all the time and had amazing chemistry, so we could put on a crazy singles match. But like the list goes on, man. They have a list of killers in NXT, and you know, I myself am regarded as a killer, so I'll go there and make my name against anybody.
I don't take up too much of your time. Plug your merch, plug your social media.
I mean, Pro Wrestling T/Josh Alexander if you want. Otherwise, look at me on Twitter, Instagram, @walking_web. That's it.
It's always been a pleasure, always great. When Josh Alexander's on a poster, go see him. He's worth the price of admission. He's one of my good friends. Walking Weapon, as Sean said, StrokeCommitsFor.com. Peace.
Wait.